Winners and losers. Right now in the Pokemon market, things are going up and some things are going down. Sun and Moon is booming, Sword and Shield is crashing, and Scarlet and Violet is just kind of finding its feet right now. But what is going on right now in the single card market for this month in August? I mean, there's some big movements. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at a bunch of cards from the Sun and Moon era, Sword and Shield, and Scarlet and Violet. Now, Scarlet and Violet, like I say, is finding its feet at the moment. You know, hasn't had the best releases so far. There have been some climbers and there's been some that have been dropping like crazy. Sword and Shield, well, Sword and Shield actually is getting slammed, and Sun and Moon is booming. So we'll be taking a look at TCG play out all of these cards. Let's get into it. But first, let's get into today's sponsor, lowpoppin.market. If you are on the hunt for big top-end graded cards, they have you covered. From PSA 10s to Beckett Black labels, guys, they have it all for you. They have all of their stock listed over on their Instagram page, so you can go through and browse through their entire catalog of amazing graded cards. I mean, they are absolutely fantastic. If you necessarily don't have the funds right now, they can also buy your collections from you guys to help get the cards that you want to get hold of. But not only do they buy collections, but they also do trades as well. We all know we like trading, but they also accept trades towards the cards that you want to get. If you don't have the cash right now, buy the cards that you want. And on top of that, they also accept multiple payment methods and international shipping. Hey, I'm over here in the UK, so that's great news for me. So if you're looking at picking up some of these cards, or you just want to check out their store, make sure to click on the link in the description below. Head on over to their Instagram page and their store, drop them a follow, and go and take a look. Alright, let's get into the video. Okay, starting things off with a faller, we have Charizard. Now, I did a video recently where we basically went through a bunch of cards, and Charizard's been doing really bad across a ton of sets, right? And we're talking about the rainbow one from Brilliant Stars. It was a big card, and it still is kind of a big card, but the value on this is just falling through the floor. So let's take a look. Now, Brilliant Stars is a set where it has had restocks, but it's still quite pricey. Decent pull rates, but it is dropping. So we're looking at $56 for this card. So in the past 3 months, it went from a high of 72 and is now down to 56. So it has been dropping. Like I say, Brilliant Stars had a restock. You know, these prices are falling. I mean, even Big Ult Art has been falling as well. We go back 6 months and this card was doing pretty well. Still around that 70, 80, but it has dropped. A year ago, it was a big card. Upon release, we're looking around, which is after over a year ago, we're looking around $80 to $90, and look at that chart, guys. It's just been falling ever since. It's crazy to think this card might be under $50 before we know it. You know, it is a big card, you know, big fan favorite. I actually prefer this. You know, I know people are not a huge fan of the rainbows. This is actually one of my favorite rainbows that has really came out of the Sword and Shield era. You know, there's been some great ones, you know, the Charizard V Max from Champion's Path, the Chonkachu, of course. This is still a nice one. Nowhere near good value. It is dropping. So, you know, if you're missing it, now's a good time. Well, let's take a look at a climber, and this is a Charizard that is climbing. Obsidian Flames, newest set. This card is breaking the trend, and it is going up. From what I've heard, this is a very highly playable card. Not the easiest EX to pull either. We looked at the pull rates the other day, and to be fair, the EX is, you know, this one in particular is pretty tough to get hold of. That's probably one of the reasons why it's going up in price. $28 for a normal EX. We're not talking crazy art. Yeah, we're talking basic. This came out around $20, so pretty strong to begin with. Then it actually went all the way up to 32 and it's come back down a little bit. I expect it to kind of drop even more and settle out a little bit, but already for a normal EX to be over $20 is ridiculous. So this is doing really well, and I expect to do really well, even though the pull rates of the set is good. The pull rate for this card is not good, or not that great, so it's going to be quite tricky to maintain that. So we'll have to wait and see how this card performs, but at the moment, it's doing pretty well. Right, on to one that's falling, Dragonite V, Evolving Skies. Now, I could fill this list, right, for the ones dropping, with a ton of Evolving Skies cards. I'm not even joking. I was trying to find some that actually went up, and you know, especially the big money ones, and they haven't, okay? They're all been going down, so it's now the time to get them, hopefully. Let's take a look at this Dragonite. Big card, beautiful card, by the way. $88, look at that, guys. Was $115 3 months ago. Now look here, we go back 6 months, and it came from its high at 115. This is now lower than what it was over 3 months ago. It came in 3 months at 95, we're now at 88, and it's probably going to continue. We look about a year ago, it's nearly as down to where it was a year ago. Evolving Skies, is the bubble bursting on this? Are people kind of like, yeah, whatever, don't really care about this set anymore? I'm looking at other sets as well, maybe Sun and Moon era, who is continuing to drop across the board, and this Dragonite is one of them. Okay, one that's doing really well. You wouldn't think so. This Magikarp, this little boy Magikarp is doing wonders right now. $53, guys. Over the past 3 months, it has stayed very, very well. Don't forget, this is just a normal illustration rare. This isn't something stupidly hard to get hold of, but it's doing pretty well. It's doing pretty well. It came out around about $20, and then bang, it went up to a bit silly amount at 80, and is now selling out at around 50, and it has been constantly around that 47, 48, did drop to 43, and now it's over 50, and it could continue to climb. Ardea Revolved is cheap. It's a cheap set to open. You know, okay-ish pull rates, but because the pool is so large, there's so many illustration rares, it's hard to specifically get this Magikarp. So that's one of the reasons why it's going up in price. So it's doing pretty well, to be fair. I have pulled it myself on stream for one of you guys. I haven't pulled it again, but pretty good. We still haven't pulled an Iono though, but Magikarp is doing pretty well. Miraidon EX from Scarlet and Violet base, however, is not doing very well. I absolutely love this card. I have it in my collection mainly because it's got the dash bun. That's literally it. Not the Miraidon, it's because it's got the dash bun. $20, this card has dropped from 34 to 20 in the last 3 months. So it's been dropping a fair amount. We go back 6 months, basically when this set first came out really silly pre-order price, like $130. Yeah, right. The card came out about $60. Since then, it's now $20. So it's a third of the price. Could it drop even lower? Could it drop below $20? I mean, potentially. Scarlet and Violet base set booster boxes are pretty cheap to get hold of. The pull rates are okay. Personally, I would just buy the card. I mean, I did. I paid more than $20, but I did buy it a while ago. But I did pay more for it. But overall, I do feel like this is still a pretty nice card. But it is dropping $20. Okay, now we're going to look at a card from Rebel Clash, Rebel Trash. We've got the Sonia full art. Okay, now we've got the Sonia full art coming in. $34. So overall, this card has been dropping, but it's still higher than it was. So 3 months ago, this card was $28. It did actually go up to as high as 55 waifu tax. Then it's dropped since, but it's still higher than it was 3 months ago. We go back 6 months, we can really see how well this card's been doing. Like I say, it dropped down a little bit, then it had that mass spike, and it's starting to settle down a little bit more. We go back a year, overall this card has been doing very well, you know, compared to it was a year ago. Rebel Clash, yes, it's a trash set. Booster packs and booster boxes are actually getting pricey and hard to get hold of. Pull rates aren't great either. This full art trainer, waifu tax coming in, doing well. We're carrying on the waifu train. Marley full art from Sword and Shield base now. Marley's a big fan favorite. Let's look at this. 3 months ago, now we're looking at $73. I did go to as high as 80, so it has been dropping a little bit. However, it is been going up a lot, right? $60 3 months ago. We were at 6 months. Look at that climb. 45, now up to 73. We go back a year. Look at this. So overall, this card's been doing really well. Yeah, waifu tax, Marley, big fan favorite. Sword and Shield base booster boxes, really expensive, nearly $300 a box. We're looking at, you know, Sword and Shield packs getting hard to get hold of as well. Hey, look, it's a base set. Could Scarlet and Violet base do the same? Who knows? But right now, this is the biggest card from Sword and Shield base. Get that money. All right, next we've got Alphabet Soup, Silver Tempest, Unknown V coming in. Now, pretty much all of the Sword and Shield era sets have a ton of big cards that have been dropping in price. A few sets don't. For instance, Fusion Strike Gengar's doing pretty well. Okay, so there are some sets where the cards are doing okay, but there are some that are dropping, and Unknown V is definitely one of them that is dropping. $23 right now for this card, and over the past 3 months, it has been going down from nearly $30 down to $23. Not a massive drop, but still dropping. We go back 6 months, it was $38. Now at $23. We go back a year. I mean, I don't think it came out 90, but let's say it came out around about $60. It's dropped again nearly to a third of its price, and Silver Tempest just had a big reprint. So booster boxes again, you know, cheaper. Pull rates are pretty decent in Silver Tempest. This is still one of the most expensive cards to pull from the set, even though the rest of the set's falling around it. I mean, the Lugia's dropping like crazy as well, but all of them pretty much across the board. And now's a good time to get these cards on the cheap. Like I say, this is nearly a third of the price it was when it came out. Fantastic. Right, we're coming into an Umbreon. We're looking at Trainer Gallery, Brilliant Stars. This is a climber. This has actually been doing pretty well. We go back over the last 3 months. This card went from $21 up to just above 30 and settling at about 30. That's actually pretty good. So it's just recently kicked up a little bit of value. We go back 6 months and had a bit of value there at $26. $6. It did drop to 20 and now it's on the uptick. Overall, since its release, it is a lot higher than what it was when it first came about, and this card stayed quite consistent. The price of this was always quite consistent, so now we're starting to see it go up. It's actually quite interesting. All the other cards in Brilliant Stars, they are dropping, guys. We've seen it. Art Charizard, we just looked at the Rainbow Charizard, the Arceus, they're all falling. So for a Trainer Gallery card, this is actually pretty cool. I love it. Really nice artwork. Umbreon, big fan favorite, doing pretty well. On to another Umbreon that's doing really well. This time from Hidden Fates Shiny Vault. This is a big card. Big card. Now, Hidden Fates is getting more expensive. Definitely getting harder to get hold of. The Charizard's been dropping. This one's been going up. So we're looking at $120. Oh, a lot of money. So it was 108, now up to 120. We go back 6 months, and it went from 95 now up to the 120. We go back a year, and it was around $80. So overall, this card's been doing really well. Especially in the last couple of months, it's really just taken off, and that's exciting. That's exciting. I love Hidden Fates, one of my all-time favorite sets. Great set to open. It is getting pricey, even over here in the UK. It's now starting to be a little bit more pricey, probably looking around about 110 to 115 in ETB. So it is slowly ticking up for Hidden Fates. But overall, this is a beautiful card, and it's doing really well. Second most expensive card in the set behind the Charizards. Charizard's still doing well, but it is dropping. But the Umbreon doing the opposite. And then we're sticking to Hidden Fates. We have Cynthia. This is one of my favorite trainer cards. Gorgeous trainer. From the Shiny Vault as well. $92. Big money coming in. 82, 83 3 months ago. Been going up. We go back 6 months, and this card was under $80. Look at it now. We go back a year. We're looking at $65. So overall, this card's been doing very well, and it's following the trend. A lot of the other Shiny Vault cards in Hidden Fates, actually pretty much across the board, a lot of them have actually been going up. Charizard's been going down a little bit, but they're matching the price that the Hidden Fates are going for. You know, as in they're scaling well with it. Hidden Fates is going up. This is kind of like the natural growth of things going up, other than the other sets in the Sun and Moon era, where they've just been ridiculously exploded for no reason, like the alt arts and the waifus. Hidden Fates has been doing natural growth, which is what is expected. And we got one that's falling. Big boy Giratina, not the one from Crown Zenith, the one from Lost Origin. Still haven't pulled this card. It's been so long. We've been over so many packs and we still haven't got it. Still expensive. Let's take a look. 3 months. This card's gone from the high of 320 down to 280. So about a $40 drop. It is dropping. That's interesting. Lost Origin just recently had a reprint, restock. Again, like Silver Tempest cards, it's going to start dropping. Aerodactyl's been dropping as well. Pretty much all of the big cards from Lost Origin have been going down in price. The Trainer Gallery ones have held pretty well, but Giratina is actually dropping a fair amount. We go back 6 months, and we can see that this is now starting to take that dip for reaching a high of 330. We go back a year. Cards up overall. Okay, the card's doing well overall, but we are seeing a decline. It is still the second most expensive card in the Sword and Shield era, just beating out the Rayquaza Art VMAX. Still got a long way to catch up with the Umbreon. Umbreon's been dropping as well. So hopefully we might see it continue to drop a little bit more. If you do want to pick this up, it's going to be super expensive. Lost Origin booster boxes aren't that expensive because it's just had a restock reprint. But on top of that, pull rates are tough. Getting this boy is difficult. If you do have one, that's amazing. If you're still after one, you either have to get it as a single or you try and pull it. But either way, it is dropping. So there you have it, guys. That's what's been going on in the market right now. Like I said, there's some big movers. Sword and Shield across the board is falling. The big money cards are falling. Scarlet and Violet doing okay. You know, of course, it's going to drop because booster boxes are so cheap right now. Obsidian Flames have some pretty decent climbers with that normal EX Charizard. And then finally, of course, Sun and Moon is just ridiculous. But Hidden Fates at least has some natural growth. But if you made this far to the video, guys, and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe for more Pokemon content. And let me know down in the comments what are your thoughts on what's going on in the market right now. Are there any cards that you're looking at picking up to add into your collection? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to know what's going on with Obsidian Flames right now, then make sure to click on this video right here. If you want to watch more Pokemon content, guys, you know what to do. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright, guys, that's it from me in this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, you guys are the legends. And I'll see you in the next one.